So it's not that hard, realistically, because there's a lot of like perching points in Avia where you guys can like look out at the stars. A lot of elevated places. Jen, I'd like you to please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit!
See whether Jen believes he can fly.
Fuck off! Really? In that case, nothing happens.
Cool.
Oh. That's the worst thing ever.
So you guys
Am I none the wiser then?
I'll give you this, actually.
you're extremely the wiser.
I'll give you the thing, but you don't feel compelled by it if you don't want to.
Okay.
You basically hear a... no, you wouldn't hear it, you'd feel it. A calling to the temple. It's beckoning you closer.
Do I know which way it is then?
Yeah, you'd know which way it is. You'd definitely be able to track it down. It's not that difficult to find, even if you just wanted to. But there's a feeling that's different for you.
Like tonight or something.
Yeah.
So if we left the building then?
Yeah.
We jumped out. You flew. You just like went up, just hands out, looking gracious.
Very, very graceful, wasn't it?
Oh, I found it fantastic.
Do you mind if I make a detour, guys? I mean, you guys can go on ahead if you want. I just want to wander the streets.
I'll respect that. I just want to see the moon come up.
I don't think we should leave Jen to wander the streets in his condition alone.
Yeah, you're being really weird.
I'm high most of the time, and you don't ever say anything.
Well, because he's having a weird high. What if he thinks he can fly or something?
Is your name Jin?
Yeah.
Are you a bird person?
Yeah.
That was a leading question.
Do you know where you're gonna go?
Yeah.
There you go. We fine.
Well, where are you gonna go?
I was gonna go check out the temple.
Oh, that sounds boring to me. I want to go see the moon.
No, that doesn't sound like a good. Let's go tomorrow together.
Why don't you go with him now, and then I'll go see the moon, and then you go with him.
Well, what if there's something bad at the temple and I'm stuck with Jin, who's high as a kite?
I'll tell you what. If there's something bad in the temple, you just like you did before. I'll hear it, and we'll come.
Everybody here sounds like that. How would you know it's me?
I'll come with you. If Jin doesn't mind us tagging along, he might want to go on his own.
Oh.
I don't think it's wise that he goes on his own, just in case.
Okay, guys, you can come along.
Can I go see the moon? Is that okay? Because I don't feel like it's long before it's gonna just appear. So.
Okay, well, I'll let you in on something. That Maggie May told me to go check out this temple, and I'm feeling mighty compelled to do it.
Why don't you guys go check out the temple? I'm feeling a little. I'm just gonna go on the side, and then I'm gonna check out the moon, and then I'll meet you at the temple.
Can we not see the moon from the temple?
Oh,
Come with us, Tavis.
I want to dangle my feet off the side.
I don't think that's
lie.
nice.
Off the side of what?
Well, we're on a floating landmass.
Are we that near the edge?
You can be if you would like.
Whoa.
Yeah. I never felt that close to the moon before.
I can trust
Apart from being on the moon. But that was a different moon from my normal moon.
Remember when we went to the moon? That was fun.
The red moon, yeah. That was,
well, I say
that was fantastic.
That was not
terrifying.
fun.
I want to feel that close again. I felt a little shit up there that I wanted to knock out, but he's gone now.
What if we could get to the top of the temple and then you were really close to it?
It's not like that. No. I tell you what. Hold on. I think I've got it. Take this. I'm gonna pass her a compass. Say if you need me, just call into the compass and I'll come running. Okay?
I don't think you know how compass work.
No, this is a special compass.
Oh, okay.
If you need me, you just shout into it and I'll come running. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. And by the way, where's the temple?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, so it's literally a couple of streets away. It's like not very, very far.
Remember, put that compass away safe though.
Okay.
I want it back.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Cool. So, Jin and both of you guys, is it? Yeah? Betty and Binks are going to the temple.
Yeah.
Tavis, you're going...
To the edge of the landmass.
To dangle his peats.
Cool, cool. Okay, cool. So the moon isn't quite out yet. We'll progress that way. So we'll go for the temple first. So you guys proceed. You've never really actually seen Jin like this before. He seems like a man on a mission. He's very directional. I'll
Drink anyone?
I've got an alcohol-free
Brewdog?
beer in there. Yeah, I think it's a Brewdog.
Water?
On the waters.
Are you
top.
okay, Ash? You want a refill? Water? Water.
Thanks.
So you've never quite seen Jin like this before. He seems like really motivated, really like directional in his movements. Even though he was like high as a kite a minute ago, he's really progressing through the streets quickly. And a couple of streets away, you find yourself in front of a kind of like marbled building. The entrance, it's like a grand archway. There's statues of Aarakocran warriors either side, and there's runes up the archway that glow a really soft light, and they're on the floor as well, so kind of leading up some steps into the temple. Do you progress?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the main hall, you find yourself in a vast open hall with really big open ceilings, quite high. You can't see the sky above you at this stage. Very large windows on the left and the right, which are allowing light in. Remember, we're at sort of like early dusk here, so it's sort of like reddish pink light coming through, and it reflects around. It's absolutely beautiful, to be fair. There are a few murals already here, which depict a particular person in various forms. So, cheers, Mum. So a particular person in various forms. So this person is first they're sort of like humanoid, and they kind of look like an elf, but they're very slender. And then the next one, they're sort of like half elf, half bird. And then the final one, they're sort of looking really, really magical, really mystical, and full on bird. It's carved out of white marble.
Does it look like the description of the person, this little winged mother?
Like white and blue eyes and stuff?
Yeah.
I called it the wind mother.
As you
The wind mother.
Yeah.
as you pass through into the inner sanctum, the whole feeling changes. This is a very serene place. You've not yet seen a person in here. And again, there is a statue of this person there, facing away as you walk into the rooms, facing away, so kind of her wings are like shrouding her. As you move around, you realise that the floor itself starts to kind of shift underneath you guys, not in a way which is like changing your footing, but it looks like you're on top of clouds. This is clearly some kind of illusion or mystery, because you don't actually have the feeling of the floor moving. And as you get around to the front of the statue, the face of the statue, it's kind of crumbled away, so you can't actually see a face of the statue. I'm going to give you two options for the next few rooms. On the left-hand side, you have a small corridor and what looks like an altar within the room. In the right-hand side, it kind of looks like an open-air, like orangery, like a large room, and it's got a few plants in there.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Of course you can, yeah.
Just want to see if there's any magical vibes coming from a particular area. 25.
Okay, cool. So from where you stood, that altar probably has something magical about it, and you feel a magical presence further past that garden room.
Past the
garden room. The floor that you were just walking on top of, the clouded floor, that has faint reminiscence of magic, but nothing odd to you so far.
What kind of magic vibes am I getting?
It's like a conjuration vibe, as well as abjuration, like protection magic.
Okay.
Betty's kind of just taking it all in, but she's gonna see what Jin does rather than make it a decision. She's
so Jin,
taking it in.
Biggs is just going to reiterate that to Jin and Betty, like where the magic is and stuff.
I think we should check out this orange room.
So you progress into the kind of open room. So this is a tranquil garden. The flora in here is different. You've not yet seen that on the island of Avia. And so there's sort of like small flowers that like pop off of their stems, float across the room and pop onto another stem. They're sort of like transferring magic between the plants in this kind of room. It's lovely and warm in here as well. And there are kind of tiny little wisps of... They're almost like voices on the breeze. These guys wouldn't understand it. Betty and Binks wouldn't understand it. But for yourself, Jin, you wouldn't hear it, but you'd feel help.
What do you mean? Like I would feel that
like
the
a
word
request
is...
for help.
Right. Does it sound like someone's scared or?
Well, it's less of a sound, but more of a feeling of like they are currently helpless. You can carry on. This isn't a dead end.
Okay.
Are there any fruits on any of the trees?
No, there are not. No, these don't seem to be fruit-bearing plants. They're only quite small. You know, it's ornate. You know, it's gorgeous in here, but it's not.
Doesn't look edible.
Doesn't look like a particular purpose. You know what?
Can I
like
try and
for
catch
food.
one of the flower heads that popped up?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. Roll me a quick dexterity check, please.
How fucking fast are these flowers?
Just gonna see if you can catch one.
5.
Remember, you're fucking high.
Yeah.
Chill.
Good point. So you go to kind of catch one of these, like, just like little flowers that's floating through the air. And have you ever tried to catch like a spinning jenny or something like that?
Yeah.
Fucking
Spinning
well out.
jenny?
Yeah, you know those seeds that fall and do that.
No one calls them spinning jennies.
What the fuck? They're not called
We call them
spinning
helicopters.
Yeah,
Helicopters?
helicopters.
Yeah.
Well, from where I'm from,
I knew what you meant because
somewhere
he
else.
said it before and I was like, what the fuck is
a
a spinning
seed that
jenny?
goes like that, a helicopter.
Yeah,
Yeah, fucking Hills of Eyes place.
Maybe beans pressed then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me mum's my sister, guys. Give me a break. Right, so you go to try and you go to try and catch one, and it's sort of like soap around your hand just slips and out of the other side and just
Drop the soap.
yeah. Like soap in a prison shower.
Oh, I try and catch another one.
You can keep trying, but they evade you every time.
Okay, she's just going to keep going.
Okay, so you progress through this place.
I'm gonna share the vibes.
Okay, cool. So there's 2 rooms ahead of you. 2 options this time. On the left, it's a relatively empty room, actually, with a kind of cage at the end of the room.
Like a bird cage?
Yeah, that looks empty.
Like bird-sized bird or?
No. Like bigger than a person.
Bird.
Are we talking like an actual bird cage?
Yeah, bigger than a person. And on the right hand side you can see a room. It's similar to that kind of orangery you just went through, except for the roof of this one is domed, and there's like a tiny little telescope in the middle.
Can I tell where the magic was coming from? Because you said it was past the orangery. Which room was it coming from? Was it the birdcage room or the telescope room?
The birdcage room.
Okay. Jen, the magic was coming from this one.
Do you think we should check it out, Binks?
I think so. Like, I don't know, how much do you know about these bird cages? Is this like a prison? Is it like a bedroom?
I ain't never seen this before.
Seems very nice for a prison.
Yeah,
It's a
like is
bedroom.
this somewhere that the winged mother might like to be, or is this somewhere that would be bad for her?
Can we investigate the room?
So you're going into the room with the birdcage? Yeah, okay, cool. So when you guys step into this room, it's similar to what happened in the previous one. So in Oren, you would hear some whispers. You can't quite pick up the words they're saying, not yet. And for you guys, it just sounds like wind like low wind whistling through this place.
Could we put 2 and 2 together that was the same noise that Jin told us was help? So even though we can't hear it, do we know that is what it is, or
no, and it'll make sense why in a minute. So this room, you moved closer to the cage itself, and behind the cage there's sort of a few like murals on the walls, carved in. It's quite intricate. You hear a voice. Well, I didn't think it would take you this long to come and find your truth. You turn around and Grand Averiarch Hootenwise is there. Snow white feathers and piercing golden eyes. He kind of slowly walks out from the corner of this room. You felt the call, didn't you, Jin?
Yeah, was it you that brought me here? Because I thought we were just going to meet tomorrow.
It wasn't me. It was a person you've met in a previous life, actually. Airdrie Fania. Airdrie Fania is a name you've never heard before, but you immediately have this sense of guilt.
Phaedra, was that?
Yeah. So Airdrie, it's actually spelled a bit odd here, so A-E-R-D-R-E-Y. Sorry, E.
Wait, how did you spell it?
A-E-R-D-R-I-E.
Oh, I thought I'd spell it right, I was well excited.
And then Fania is F-A-E-N-Y-A.
I'm totally fucking bollocks that.
As long as you get it
I just made it up.
As long as you get it phonetically.
Phaedra.
As long as you get it Try.
That's better than
Yeah.
just go to someone else and be like, I'm looking for air dry fame.
Airdrie Fania.
Fane.
So F-A-E-N-Y-A.
F-E-N-E-Y.
Y-A.
It's a bit like Deirdre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I say, this isn't a name you recognise, but there's an immediate sense of guilt on your part. For you guys, nothing at all.
Is Hootenwise just speaking common, yeah? Like we can summon him and stuff.
So Hootenwise continues and says, I bet you feel uncomfortable not being able to fly.
Well, it never really bothered me until I got here, I got to admit.
Yes.
It's always been in the back of my mind, but it's never been at the forefront like it is today.
I guess you wouldn't realise you lack a gift if you never need it. It's a shame, really. Let me tell you a short story. So Hootenwise is going to guide you round this mural on the room, left to right. And it starts with a mixed elven feathered lady on the far left. He's going to tell you that there existed a god of unparalleled beauty and power. This is Airdrie. She's half elf, half crow. And Airdrie is a deity of flight, of all bird-like beings, and she gifts the ability to soar through the skies. Her feathers are as white as clouds. She is loved by all avian people. So, Aarakocra, of all races and species and types, worshipped her and adored her as their patron. This is her temple. This is where she resided. And she would often also bring storms and rain. It would be essentially the reason why Avia would never have to go down to the land. She kept them flying, and she kept the land fertile, things like that. There's a special group of Aarakocra people, the Corvids. And the Corvids are a proud but ambitious people. They are way too intelligent for their own good. Rivaled only by the owls. They're so intelligent that they actually were envious of Airdrie's power. Their hearts grew dark, and so did their feathers. They plotted to seize her divine essence and ascend themselves as gods. What the Corvids did was they lured Airdrie into what she didn't know was a large birdcage. She trusted them and she had affection for them. They trapped her and they began to steal her godly power. She had to use all of her divine aura to shatter the cage. And as she did, she looked upon this now traitorous race of bird people and she cursed them. She removed the gift of flight that she gave to them. As that happened, a gigantic storm began, bigger than any she'd ever conjured before. And the Corvids were cast down from Avia onto the land. From then onwards, there was a sort of rivalry, a disdain for Corvids in the Aarakocra people. And unfortunately, Hootenwise is going to tell you that Airdrie doesn't reside in Avia anymore. They've actually lost where she is. She disappeared, and with it, they now rely on the Nekia Shard to keep Avia afloat. They never used to, but now they do. And it's what makes them vulnerable. He's clearly emotional when he says this, and he's clearly he was alive when Airdrie disappeared, and he misses her and her presence and her protection over Avia. And in his last words of the story, and indeed the last panel on the mural, he says, "And we don't know where she went, but she's been gone for a good 30 years. And you hear that voice in Oran, and it says, Red Rock.
Sorry, what?
Red Rock. No one else would have heard that, and that's why before you didn't recognise it.
Mm-hmm.
Not even Hootenwise.
Not even Hootenwise.
Oh.
Hootenwise is still kind of, in his feels, because he doesn't tell this story very often, and he's still sort of like at the end of the mural, and we're just not the same without her. And I hope you understand now how people, they can't forget the past. They see you and your people as betrayers of all bird folk. And I'm sorry you were treated this way. We're dying people. We're vulnerable. We don't want this shard to keep us in the sky. We don't like keeping going down to the surface because it's dangerous. Well, I'd want to live in the sky forever, but we can't.
Can I do like an insight check before I sort of reply?
Of course you can.
Get the sense that he's hiding anything from his story.
Okay, go ahead, roll
Or
an
has he,
insight.
like, poured his heart out there?
Jen, I don't mean to be judgy, but it sounds like you people were really bad.
Absolute fucking shit houses.
15.
Based on his reaction and the earnest which he told the story, he actually added a little more to each kind of stone kind of tablet that's on the wall there, more than you can see just visually on the pictures. So you don't think he's missing things. If anything, he's trying to add a bit more detail for you.
Okay. So I kind of get the sense that he's sincere.
Yeah.
Well, Hoonwaz, I appreciate you filling us in on this. I mean, I didn't know anything of the Kenku people, but surely I can't be held accountable for sins of my fathers and their fathers.
It was only 30 years ago.
Anyway.
It was 30 years ago that she disappeared, but the conflict and everything took a while. So yeah, you're talking, about 50-ish.
How old are you, Jim?
30.
I think you're about
probably
mid-20s or 30.
Yeah, you were born as you were getting held captive.
It feels like it was maybe just, your father's.
Well,
Not your father's father's.
in any case,
He still can't be held accountable.
I was just a fledgling. I didn't know anything about this. I wasn't even raised by a Kenku. I was raised by a human. I don't know anything about bird folk, bird culture, bird nothing. All I know is punching and kicking and chop sueying and shit like that.
At least you know why you can't fly now. Makes sense.
there's a bit of a shock to me. Gotta admit, Betty. So, Hoonwaz, you use this neck you shot to keep Avia in the air?
It is a powerful artifact, but we never owned it. We never needed it. We only use it because we don't have divine flight anymore.
And what if we could rekindle that for you? If we could find Airdrie and restore flight to Avia?
Well, that would certainly be a debt paid. Trust me, we don't want this shard. We don't want to rely on it anymore. It brings danger, and we have hollow bones.
We certainly do. Did we? I think last week did we tell him that we, that we were looking for the Nakia shard? We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You didn't want us
He
to.
got iffy about it,
Tavis didn't want us
Yeah,
to.
and that's when he basically said, like, hey, talk to me tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, as you know, we're on a mission for Nakia shards, and if we can help Avia stay afloat, maybe I can undo some of the wrongs of my people, and maybe we can take that Nakia shard off your hand.
We would be grateful.
Does the name Red Rock mean anything to you?
Oh, well, yes, it's a landmass just on the southeast.
Is that east of the northwest?
We get directions right in this campaign.
Is it on the map?
It is. Yeah.
Is it literally the Red Rock?
It's literally
Wow!
the tiny red rock in the corner of the map.
It's almost like you planned this ahead of time.
I know, yeah. I don't know what you know about Red Rock, but it's a prison.
Well, to be honest, Hoonwaz, since I got in here, I've been getting a funny feeling. It's like something's trying to tell me to help it. And the word Red Rock definitely came up in my brain.
Well, we can take you closer, but it's the skies and the water near Red Rock are guarded, so I'll have to drop you nearby.
Really fucking useful if I was playing carrots. I'd bring them.
So we're kind of heading that way anyway.
Yeah, you guys are like there,
Welcome to Druid.
and Red Rock is literally right in the corner of the map.
Okay.
What if I turn into a whale and have everyone in my mouth?
Brilliant idea.
That would be cool.
Like, what is it? Is it Moby Dick? Is that when it happens?
Yeah,
That happens
yeah.
on a One Piece episode as well. They're inside like a giant whale travelling. Well, I think they got stuck in there actually for a bit. Yeah.
Also, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Just classic, like, trope, really, isn't it?
Trojan horse of the sea, isn't it?
Also, I'm pretty sure it happened in Gears of War.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
That was a fucking strange twist. From Gears of War 3 to that, like.
That classic literature piece, Gears of War.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you cry when he died?
Oh, what? When his wife popped out of the...
No, when the thing goes down the bottom and Fingy dies. What's his name?
Fucking spoiler alert.
I know, yeah. Dom.
Fuck off, you haven't played Gears of War 3 by now, you're not fucking anyone.
Dom.
I'm not sure I've actually played
yeah,
Gears of War.
Second guy, yeah.
Dom, the main character, dies in 3.
Does he?
Yeah, I cried.
play it now.
Yeah, well.
Proper cried.
I remember I had a little blub when his wife came out of the sort of...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No. When the thing goes down the hill and it just kills everyone at the bottom and he's there, and it's like, that's the heavy moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
I cried at the Pokemon movie, so...
No, same.
Did you?
Yeah, because it's emotional.
Yeah, when they're all crying.
Yeah, when they're all like hitting the clone ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cried in The Lion King.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Do you know what
I
gets
was
me?
about 5 or 6.
Do you know what gets me?
I was 21. Yeah.
Absolutely fucking every time, and I don't even know why. Have you watched Click?
Oh, man, I knew you were going to say
Yeah.
Click. Why did I know that?
Fucking scene every time in the rain.
Fuck off. Honest to God.
Every time.
Every time. There's that.
Phil.
I'm hysterical.
And Rocky 3 when Mickey dies on the table. I'm sorry. It fucking gets to me. I don't know why. Everyone goes out on the fight and he's just in the bed. He goes, and it probably gets me. Like, it proper gets me every time I watch it. But Click.
No, I get the Click scene in the rain.
We should watch
And then there's
Click
like,
again soon.
it's just like another cancellation where it's like, straight after it. But yeah, it probably gets you. It's heavy, man.
Funny. Anyway, right, back to D&D.
Sorry.
So, yeah, Hooten Wise is being pretty forthright, pretty honest. And he's essentially offering you any help Avia can give you in the mission. You've not yet, I guess, been, overt in how you're going to help them, but you've mentioned Red Rock, and he's like, well, I can get you close.
Well, I think we need to find Tavis, but I think we might have a course of action here, guys. What do you think, Betty? What do you think, Binks? Give me your thoughts.
I think it's very noble and that we should do it. But it's probably not going to be easy.
It probably won't be. But nothing worthwhile ever is.
I think it's going to help us. It's going to help them. And it's probably a good idea.
And also, I seem to remember there being a little sign of light on the way towards the Red Rock.
Yeah.
Marinus?
Yeah, we can maybe stop off there.
Is that not underwater? Do we know it's underwater?
Oh.
It is underwater.
Oh, did we actually see the word Marinus, like, on the map?
So basically, you wouldn't have seen the word.
No,
that's just for you guys. But you'd have seen that that particular dot on the map would have lit up.
Oh, it's coming to me. It's called Marinus.
Yeah. If you just show that map to anyone, they can point out. Especially people in Avia, because they travel the entire world. So there's a lot of knowledgeable people in Avia.
Oh, does Binks have the map then?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but we can show people it and it does tell us like, oh, this, and this.
Exactly,
so we
yeah.
can like point it if they don't know.
That's it. Like, you already asked, Gorgondeer told you that Zow's was to the south. He told you that.
What was the righteous guy?
Idris,
he told us one bit.
he told you High Nobilis was up
He
north.
showed us a few bits.
Yeah, and that's where they've gone. So they're up in High Nobilis at the moment. So you kind of know the major parts of the map anyway.
My only concern is that we're supposed to be finding the Nekia shards before either the Baby Eaters or High Nobilis find them all, because we don't know if we trust... Well, we definitely don't trust the Baby Eaters, but we don't know if we trust High Nobilis.
True. Well,
But I also don't really know what we're supposed to be doing with the Nekia shards.
well, we know we can get one here if we go down to Red Rock.
But if we take all the Nekia shards, we're just making ourselves a target because Idris can find us then.
But does he? Well, he doesn't have this map.
I'm sure he has another copy.
But it might take him a while to get back to High Nobilis to get another one.
Well, at least we know that the one is safe with the dragon. They're not going to find out.
I think we probably have a little bit of a head start on your boy Idris.
So, I'm going to pause on you guys in the temple for a minute. I'm going to move outside to the old stargazer himself, Tavis. So what have you done, Tavis? Have you gone towards the edge of, like, just part of the landmass?
Take myself off and just scoot about. Just be
Pissing over the edge.
a few of the locals. It's like, hey.
You hear someone go, "What did you just call me?"
I'm learning. I'm sorry.
So as it gets darker and darker,
So I'm literally at the edge, feet dangling off.
yeah,
Just like, yeah.
a lot of the bird folk kind of have disappeared. And roll me a perception check whilst you're at the edge there.
1 or 2 on. Pick up 1 or 2.
2.
Oh, you fucker.
I don't know what was that.
Oh, there was 1 dice or 2 dice.
Oh right,
Which dice I rolled?
Oh,
so that roll was entirely your
12.
fault.
sorry.
12.
A 12. Okay, so basically where you sat on the edge of one particular edge of Avia here, there's a few. Remember I said there was a few kind of auxiliary islands like attached to the main landmass, and they've got kind of like a root system and things like helping them stop from floating away basically. Well, underneath those islands, you can kind of see the bottom of them. A few of them are actually higher up than the main landmass. You see some kind of things flying and fluttering between them. The pattern of the wings looks a little bit different to what you're used to with the bird folk. But you don't get a lot of detail, not with a 12. And before you know it, you are bathed in moonlight. So much so.
For that,
Yeah.
I would like to do. Obviously, I'm sat down at the edge. Could I be near one of the roots? I'm just going to put like my hand on one of the roots, like as a friend, and be like, "You're doing a great job. Everyone thinks that you're doing a great job."
So you'll kind of feel a creaking in the root itself. Some of the kind of short bits of grass around you start to like within the wind. And as you look down, because you kind of feel that grass sort of brushing on your leg a little bit, this is the first time you notice that you're in. We're still good.
I'm still good.
You're in full moonlight,
Oh,
which means you've turned invisible.
can anyone see me? I'm speaking out loud.
No one can see you. You're fully invisible now in the moonlight.
Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna just pull out a pipe
Got a nice toy.
with a mower in it, pack it, and just smoke it. Sit at the side, looking over the edge. I'm gonna pull a firecracker out of my hair and just go.
Just throw it down all the way down
just
to the surface.
Throw it and just see what happens.
Well, we're currently over water, which means it just falls and falls and falls,
Cool.
and then
That's
you'd
fine.
never really hear it based on how far away you are.
That's funny. I like that.
What would you like,
Down.
Dexter? Piss off, man. What would you like to do whilst you're here?
I'm just pondering about for a bit, and I see the moon come up, and I'd be like, "Saloon, I know, been a little bit distant lately, but I'd really like to speak to my mama. So if you could pass on a message. Let me speak to her, please. Let me speak to her. I'm just gonna reach out into the distance and be like, Mama? Mama?
So you hear a reply. Tea?
Hey, Mama. How you doing?
I'm a bit cold.
I know. She get Apollo to go get some wood. I'm sorry I've been gone, and it was a bit of a rush. But I met some new friends, Mama. I met they're more than friends. They're like family.
You always so friendly, little T.
These mean so much more than the people I met down by the lake. These are like real people, real friends. That they accept me for who I am, and they see me. Real people, Mama, that see me for me.
You keep your light shining, young Tavis, and everybody gonna see you.
I know, Mama. I'm just sorry I left on short terms. But I feel like these people need me.
What is happening?
Mama. Mama.
And you just basically start to hear your mother coughing violently, splutter, and you stop hearing it.
Oh. I'll come back, Mama. I'll be there. You hear me? I'll be back. I'll save you. And I look up the moon. Seluna, I pray to you tonight. Please, save Mama, Papa, and Gigi. Please, show them the way. Help them. Also, I know that I'm asking as well. I was smoking them out a little bit. A little bit high, but there's a little thing that popped in my head a little while ago. Astrid, her name was. If you don't mind, let me know who that little blue popsicle was. I'd like to know that. That'd be very nice. I know you don't talk much. Actually, I know you never spoke to me ever. But I'd like that'd just be nice to know. But if you're busy, that's fine. I'm just gonna sit by the edge, think of you, think of Mama, think of Papa and Gigi, and everybody else at home like Apollo and Sonic. But I hope they're okay. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay up there.
So, as you're talking, there's a bit of a flutter. It's getting quite dark now, actually. A bit of a flutter in the distance under one of those islands, and you can hear a voice, and it sort of flutters again, flutters over, and this is a child, but it's a bat person, and it kind of lands next to you and goes, "Yeah, I can hear it. It's over here somewhere. It's just, it's just blood. Ew. And it flies off. Hey! As you look underneath you and where you're sitting, there's a huge pool of blood underneath you. As you go to like touch it or interact with it in any way, it totally disappears.
Wait, sound Clarice.
Oh, Clarice on the ship.
Oh yeah. I just saw
I'm really confused at the moment, and there was a lot of birds and bees talk, so I'm just gonna check my butthole. Can I inspect my butthole?
Roll an investigation check.
we had a crumbs check
11.
butthole investigation today.
It's not a great check, but
Is my butthole
it seems to be
bleeding?
fine. It seems to be fine.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Thank God for that. Oh my god. I'm so gonna hit my butt out. I'm bleeding.
So, what were you guys getting up to in the temple?
We just finished sorting through who and what.
Yeah.
Thinking about the Red Rock situation.
Who and wise?
Who, yes?
That makes sense. What are these magical floating flowers? I really want to touch one, but they're really hard to catch.
Oh, yes. They're just the grace of Audrey. So, they remind us that she's still somewhere. But, no, they don't, there's not as many as there used to be. That sounded great.
No, that was amazing.
That's fine.
I hope the mic picks that up.
Oh
That was
my
great.
god.
No, there's not as many as there used to be. But only about 2 or 3 who.
You're really shoehorning those in, aren't you?
It reminds me of Blathers from Animal Crossing.
It reminds me of a Hollyoaks accent.
Who does that in Hollyoaks?
No, they're just
I
all
think
proper
you've just
shit.
made it.
Yeah. Bad acting.
I'm hoping to see more of them soon.
Okay.
Do you think we should find Tavis and let him know we might have a way to get a Nekia shard?
My only other suggestion was going to be that we check out the rest of the temple, because we could really use.
Yeah.
We could really do with knowing everything we could know
very true.
about entering.
Yeah, there's a lot that we don't know. It's all very new to us, Hootenwise. Hope you understand.
Study club.
So you guys go and study the rest of the temple. There was only actually one direction that you didn't go, which was the altar of... I almost said what it was then. It was the altar that you didn't actually go and see.
The altar of what?
The altar of Dave. There's Dave.
Gary.
Yeah.
Altar of Gary.
It's the altar of Gary.
My brother's called Dave. Were you like stuck in my family?
You've got such a generic NPC family.
Are you even real? Have you bought your dad and your
They gave us a
you know my
proper
mom.
trad name.
Dave's a trad name as fuck.
Can't wait to meet him.
Kat, if I was you at this moment, I'd feel like you were on the Truman Show. Like, I'd be wondering
He knows
questions.
my mom.
What? Your brother knows your mum?
I'm like, hello mother, we have definitely met before.
Dean knows Pammy.
I've met
I'm
Pam.
gonna have to hire our own family
He's
for the wedding.
literally planted Pam in your head for ages, so she knew the D&D session was
Yeah,
coming
Pam's
up
a
in
fucking
years' time.
Mandela effect.
You worked with Pammy.
I did.
An absolute spiral out of control.
In fairness, I did work with Kat's mum for a number of
She's a
years.
sweet
Who
angel.
did you
Before
go
I ever
first?
met Kat.
Me or Pam?
Yeah, probably you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Plant
you knew
has
Ash
been there
before
for a
Pam
while.
as well.
I knew Ash
obviously.
before Pam. Yeah.
Did you know Andy before Pam?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think I did.
I think we met.
Kat, did you know
Yeah.
Andy before you knew Dean?
Same time, really.
Yeah,
roughly.
same time.
No.
That's a good coincidence. Yeah.
Was.
You're planting seeds here. She definitely knew you before she knew Dean.
Yeah.
Thought she knew Dave.
No. So she wanted you to introduce to Dean, and then you three became friends, and she knew that I was going to do a D&D session.
Yeah.
And then she came in, and then we invited Ash onto it, and that's how she got this whole social group together.
Yeah.
Social.
This is
Sushi.
That's what happens when you meet sushi as
Yeah.
friends.
Social.
It's a social.
You've made this whole group happen.
So this is like
I've
our
got
origin
caffeine, I
story.
twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like our Batman beginning.
This is it, yeah.
We are Catty Hells.
How does it feel to have the least generic name in your whole family?
Oh yeah,
That's pretty special, that.
We're all just
Welsh name.
actors in Catty Hell's life, aren't
Yeah.
we? In the Truman Show. That
Have
is
you watched
Catty
the
Hell's.
Too Many Cooks video?
Oh my god. let's watch it before we leave tonight. We are finished
time. It's
soon.
about fucking 40 minutes long.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, as soon as we finish, I go to bed. I have not slept all night.
Okay, that makes sense.
Watch it when you
I will.
I play D&D after I play D&D.
I'll watch it tomorrow. After.
Your family is not like too many cooks as a disclaimer because they will start killing each other and stuff, so it's not that.
But they are generic.
No, we're just like a normal, wholesome family, but we do like
Just a normal paid family.
We know with names like Gary and Dave, we know you're a normal family.
Yeah. Don't listen to us, it's because me, Dean and Si all have like trauma, so we don't have
We
normal
like to tell
families.
each other to fuck off at the dinner table for fun, but that's about it.
That is fun.
I'd live
That's
for
pretty
that.
fun, but my dad doesn't take it as fun. Andy does not take that as fun.
Classic
Andy
Andy.
hasn't
Oh,
got
your
fun
dad's called
since-
Andy?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a dude.
What a dude! He's not. He's a gambler.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not, dude.
he's
Wow,
an
what a
absolute
bad
cool.
dude.
You're like a proper cool Andy. He's
Oh,
not.
nice.
I saw
Yeah,
him.
you've taken
I
all the
saw him kick a
coolness.
cat once.
Yeah.
An old cat as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's
Man.
a
Oh,
dickhead.
that's the guy, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he wasn't born, but if he wasn't, I wouldn't be born. So,
Haven't
I met your dad.
what?
I met your dad.
Pierre Gammon looks like a ball.
If you went to like a BNP rally, then maybe.
Yeah.
No, he was at the pub.
That's where you get it from, then.
Being a gammon.
The old hamhead thing.
To be fair, in the grand scheme of things, Si's like streaky bacon, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could have gone full gammon, but he hasn't.
Yeah,
There's a lot more
good.
salty
Streaky
gammon
bacon,
out there.
good.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
chilled, like for my family.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you went to this altar.
The altar of Dave.
Yeah. So the altar.
Who's Gary?
No, he said Dave.
Ah, okay.
It's actually the altar of offerings. I'll give you that because I was going to say it anyway. But essentially, what this is.
I mean, I feel like that doesn't actually.
I feel that's more generic
No, it
than
doesn't.
D will get.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You put things on the altar, and God is happy. There you go.
Well, who'd have thunk it? Are we talking like fruit and flowers or dead goats?
Shit away already.
We're talking about certain feathers, incense, or artifacts related to flight.
Binks wants to take the kenku feather out of her hair and put it on the altar and see if anything happens.
Ooh. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Jim can't fly, so
18. Still feather.
Mel's being mean.
So,
Being mean, Jin can't fly yet.
so you put the kenku feather on the altar,
As mean as I can.
and it's sort of like, what's the word for this?
Quivers.
Let's just say, yeah, it
Come
shivers
on, give
and
me that.
it shivers and queefs, and then
I think Si was making a bird joke.
I was making a.
oh, you
Yeah.
were. I'm offended.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was-
Fuck you, animal lovers.
okay. It quivers. It quivers, and you swear it slightly changes colour at one point, lighter, and then stops.
Does anybody else see this?
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna
whole
make-
group see that.
Gotta make a fucking gin bald. Throw all his feathers on.
Spray gin onto the offering.
Shave him. Ooh.
Looks like
I mean,
a
it's the
fucking
least you could
Christmas
do
turkey.
because of all the atrocities of you people.
Yeah.
I'd love to see
Yeah.
gin bald.
Like a little turkey.
But he'd have to wear like a neckerchief and like stuff like that because of his like like Wild West thing.
Still need to purchase a
We'll
hat.
we'll just keep this bit here of feathers. It's like you've got a beard.
And some little booties.
Oh.
You can have some little like feathery nugs.
Little stiff legs, like Robin Hood from the Disney thing where he places a stork.
One of them premium chickens you get at the zoo.
Yeah,
Anything I can.
We saw one of them,
we
didn't we?
did.
Oh, a
Yeah.
fancy chicken.
Yeah.
Where did you see a fancy chicken?
We saw a cock.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
one.
Yeah, in the Savo.
In the men's lavatory.
Avery.
To the chimpanzees.
yeah.
Savo's not open, so you
Oh, in
barley.
Dean-
barley.
Told me to get behind like the shed, and he was like, "Psst, this cock."
Look at this.
As a fun fact, our assistant curator of birds wanted a sign that said "Come in and see our massive cock," but he was told it wasn't allowed.
Fucking hell.
Get off
Where's the
me.
fun?
But what's it called? The Great
Gary.
British Bird Watch, or whatever the fuck it's called, that the RSPB do. We did have a
So
big
you're gonna say
sign.
that they cook birds?
No,
like, oh.
we had a big sign
cook-off,
saying
like an
"Great tits
ostrich
this
cook-off.
way" towards our activities.
Nice.
With some like a drawings of blue tits.
See, that's what I'm down for. Like
Yeah.
every time.
There's far more explicit things in that zoo. We saw a monkey's clitoris that was dragging on the floor.
So no doubt Dean pointed out spider monkey
It
clitoris.
wasn't even by the female. It was just the male who's ripped it off and was just dragging it along.
Dean loves a spider monkey clit. It's his favourite thing at the zoo.
You make him seem like a weird fucking monkey.
Or a
nonce.
weird
I love how you put that on the internet and that's there forever.
No monkey nonce.
Monkey nonce, it's the first place that we go. And then you was like, oh, that sign's not there anymore about the spider monkey's clit, even though it's not been there for years.
I'm not a monkey nonce.
Monkey nonce. But also my favourite memory of this, and you guys don't know Alana, but Sai does. We were once working a shift at TGI's, and obviously you make balloon animals, don't you? So you have like the balloons. So she took a pink one and was like, Dean, look, I'm a spider monkey. And it was fucking hilarious.
Dean couldn't keep his eyes in his head.
Honestly.
He wants a spider monkey clit.
What's not to
Don't get
love?
me started on a man for a laugh.
Holy shit.
It does look like elastic band, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is my favourite. It's my favourite part of the entire zoo.
It is. Genuinely, it's the
favourite
thing
part
you get the
of
most
monkeys in
excited
Africa.
about every time we go to the zoo. You get the like.
It's me, like, my favourite part's the penguins.
Which part of the penguins?
Hey,
cloaca.
the penguin. Just the penguin. You're like, like fucking monkey spider clitoris. I'm not in that in depth.
Like to the point where I even asked Zoe if she still had that sign so Dean could have it because he loves it so much.
Come on, that would be so funny.
I
On
don't
the
think I have it
stairs.
anymore.
You put it in the toilet.
Yeah.
Move your head down.
On the live stream, like.
Oh my god, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I just like it.
It's just neat.
I just think it's neat.
It's just neat.
Oh, yeah,
Cool low.
it's literally Dean coming on to Ash going, oh yeah. I was like, that's spider monkey clitoris.
Oh, do you know mine? Don't
Put the spider monkey outfit on.
I have to roll it up like, do you remember one of those wind-up treats that you had as a kid? Those fruit roll-ups. You have to roll it up and tuck it in.
My favourite snack.
I'm sorry if anyone's
Actually watching this.
I hope not. What the fucking hell?
What the fuck?
Right, I feel like we should end the game there, guys.
What's going on?
Right, next time we're going to Red Rock. Thanks, everyone. Bye. I'm serious. Let's end the game there.
How do we end the game?
I don't think we can beat that, can we?
Uh,